I was just thinking of something. Don't speak to be understood. Just speak. I was thinking that. To be honest, I made a video that I just deleted, and it was about people understanding each other and understand like how some people don't understand me. And then I thought to myself after the video, why the fuck do I want people to understand me? Then I was thinking, I just deleted it and just made this and started recording, and now here I am. But like, I was always just sitting there thinking, why do we want people to understand us? Why why do we want people to like us? Why do we get so caught up on likes, on, the mundane, when all that is us wanting to be understood, right? But why? Is it because so many of us feel alone, and we feel like there's nobody that understands us, there's nobody's there? You know the whole teenager thing, like all teenagers go at the teenager stage where you feel like the world is against you, nobody understands what you're going through, it's only you that's been through this, and nobody's, whatever, right? I feel like we carry that on with us as adults. And now, I was sitting there thinking, I even just made a video about how I want people to understand me. And then it's like, no, I don't want people to understand me. I just want to speak. And if you understand me, that's great. If you don't, that's fine. Like, the thing is, so many of us try to filter our conversation, filter the way we speak based on who we're speaking to. You ever notice that you talk to your grandmother differently than you talk to your friends? You ever notice that you talk to, it's just little things like this, right? Why do we do this? Is it because, it all goes back down to we want people to like us. So you don't want your grandma to not like you because your grandma envisions you a certain way, and you want her to think you're still that way. But realistically, I want my grandchildren eventually, like I want my grandchildren to feel comfortable coming to me the way they are. Talk to me the same way you would talk to your friends, because that's more the real you than anything, right? We are so lost because we don't know who we are. We don't know who we are because we keep changing ourselves based on different situations. We are different people for our brothers. We are different people for strangers. We are different people. When you're at your job, you're a different person than when you would be home, right? And I feel like this is because we genuinely care way too much what people think about us, and we're overthinking it. And what really needs to happen is we need to just embrace who we are, right? Embrace the individuality. We have lost touch with our individuality, and that's why we've lost touch with the self. Almost slipped. But that's why we lost touch with the self, because we've lost touch with our individuality. We've lost touch with what makes us us, because you're asking someone else, who am I? You're asking someone else, what should I do? Like girls ask their boyfriends, do you like me in this dress? And I guess that's okay, in a sense, to think what your boyfriend likes you in, or if your girlfriend's like, hey, do you like the shirt on me or whatever. It's like, I guess that's okay, but at the same time, don't be dictated by other people's opinions. Because what if you love yourself in that dress, but your boyfriend just doesn't like that color? What if you love that color? Would you take the dress off and change it? That is what I mean. We care too much. Who we are is too much based on other people's opinions of us and their expectations of us. The reason why you are different with your grandmother is because your grandmother expects you to be a certain way. And you, being a good grandchild, you do that for your grandmother. But that's not a good thing. It's not necessarily a good thing to do that, because you end up forgetting who you are. Backtrack and figure out what you want to do. Figure out who you need to be. Figure out who you want to be. Because then you'll realize that it's like, it doesn't matter if we're understood. It doesn't matter if people like us. It doesn't matter if they like what I say, or what you say, what I say. It doesn't matter, right? I've come to the conclusion that it does not matter if people like what I agree with my opinions. They're my opinions. My opinions can be swayed one way or another, but at the same time, there are some opinions I have that are strong opinions because I have facts and information to back up these strong opinions. So it would take a lot of facts and information to change those strong opinions. I'm always open-minded to, accept that I don't know, right? Accept that I could be wrong about everything, that I could be wrong about, what I believe, that I could be wrong about my ideas, my theories, the way I think, just all of it, right? But at the same time, I know who I am, right? I've, researched enough religions and enough spiritual practices to say I practice, me personally, shamanism, right? This is what I practice, connecting with Mother Nature. You might practice something else, but that's because what has gotten you to your belief, is different than what's gotten me to my belief. Personal experiences in life, right? We've all had different life experiences. But for some weird reason, the one thing we all have in common is we all care way too much what other people think about us. I do not anymore. But in a certain aspect, I do. Because, like, the people that I love, the people that I care about, I genuinely care about their opinions, right? So their opinions can really affect me, right? Like, in a good way or a bad way, right? If somebody that I truly love does not believe in what I'm doing, that can affect me in a seriously negative way. That's why I love my girl, because it's like, she genuinely believes in what I'm doing. Even my daughter's only 8, and of course she's going to believe in her father, but it's like, she genuinely believes in what I'm doing, and she also is learning to believe in what she wants to do with her life, right? It's like, I'm also teaching my daughter these things, like I said in the beginning, don't speak to be understood, just speak. Because I think that when we just generally just be, because that's what that means, just be whoever you are. Whatever you think is okay. Because I think about quantum mechanics, quantum physics, dimensions, I'm trying to learn calculus, and I'm trying to learn, different math, because that'll help me understand quantum mechanics. And I'm trying to learn different things because these are the things I want to learn in my life. I'm learning different, chemistry, plant chemistry, organic chemistry, and just many different things, right? Plant biology, just human psychology, all these things that I'm interested in, that I research, and this is my life, right? I research success, the successful mindset, I listen to audiobooks, I'm writing books, I make videos, all this shit that I do, right? That's me. I do it not to be understood, but just because I don't know what else to do. I wouldn't know what else to do with my life. I have no idea what else I would do other than what I'm doing. I also make music. I make beats. I make documentaries. I'm a father, right? I'm not married, but in a way I'm a husband, right? It's like, this is me. I travel with psychedelics into the spirit world, and that's my personal belief, right? It doesn't have to be yours. What works for me might not work for you. But in a sense, the one universal thing that would work is if you stopped caring what other people think about you, you'd be a little more closer to who you were meant to be, right? It doesn't, you might be, my personal belief is I don't want to work a job because I know that I am not, and I hate putting it this way, but I know I'm not an employee, right? I have to be a boss of my own life. I have to be in full control of my life. If not, I am unhappy, right? If I'm gonna If I'm going to be miserable, it needs to be the misery that I chose, not the misery that someone else chose for me, right? And because sometimes chasing your dreams can lead you to misery a little bit, but then that also leads you to happiness, and it leads you to what you really want. But it's like, no matter what, you're going to go through pain. I'd just rather it be the pain that I chose. But just because I believe that, that does not mean that you need to believe that. That just means that I expressed my opinion out into the Ethernet, into the internet, the quantum field, into whatever. I'm expressing it out, and I'm giving it to, just giving it away, giving all my ideas, everything in my head, everything, I just give it away, right? And it's like, this is just my belief, and I really just want to encourage other people to do the same. Not to believe me, not to agree with me. Maybe some things I say might piss you off. I have some wild beliefs that like other people just be like, yo, that kind of made them mad, right? But it's like, my intention is never to make people mad, but my thing is, I just want to encourage people to be able to express the beliefs that you know will piss people off. I know all of us, me, you, and everyone else included, has at least one belief that you know would piss people off. You're scared to say it. I want people to stop being scared to be themselves, because that's you. You're running away from you. You're not expressing you. Right? Like, so many people want to do something with their life, but they're scared their friends and family will make fun of them. Like, they'll laugh at them for having that dream. Some people want, a dream to be an actor. But, like, if you're, that's all fine and dandy if you're 8 years old and you want to be an actor. But if you're 38 years old and somebody says they want to be an actor, their friends laugh at them and say, oh, come on, be realistic, right? It's like, it doesn't matter what people think. You need to just be you. Whatever feels right, feel. People don't feel enough in life. We go through life, but we need to grow through life. And this is how we do it, right? We have to begin to walk towards the things that we're scared of. We have to begin to go into the unknown. We have to go into, I don't know how to explain it. Dive deep and don't worry about being seen, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Do your thing. Who gives a fuck if people like it? Okay, post on, if you want to make documentaries, make it. If nobody likes the video, who fucking cares? If you post on Facebook and nobody likes it, who gives a shit? If you, make music and you never become famous for it and nobody listens to it, continue making music. Who fucking cares? Because what you do still matters. What you do travels